right, coming in at number 40, we have Stuart Gordon's Dagon. This is Stuart's latest Lovecraft adaptation, if you do not count Dreams in the Witch House, which he did for the Masters of Horror series. Love Stuart Gordon, love H.P. Lovecraft. Again, this was shot in Spain, like using this film, but he incorporates it into the plot here, so it works a lot better. Just has some. It's just a really solid horror flick. Has some great practical special effects, creepy ending. If you're not familiar with Dagon, definitely check it out. I think you'll like it. So that's Dagon at number 40. Coming in at number 39, we have E. Elias Merge's Shadow of the Vampire. This came out early in the decade. I can't remember when, 2001. And has what is probably Willem Dafoe's best performance of all time as a vampire. If you like Willem Dafoe at all and you have not seen this, please see it. If you've never seen this, give it a shot. It's quirky, it's weird, it's definitely for film fans. It's got some great cinematography in it. Just check it out. Highly underrated film, not talked about very much. That's Shadow of the Vampire at number 39. Coming in at 38, we have The Descent. Neil Marshall's uber claustrophobic spelunking horror film. You've probably seen this. It's on a lot of top 10 lists. I enjoy it. The claustrophobia in it is very palpable and gets to you. The rest of it's basically just a survival horror movie, albeit an extremely well done survival horror movie. So, a solid film. Definitely one of the better ones of the past decade. Very good if you can pick it up on Blu-ray, if you have Blu-ray. That's Neil Marshall's The Descent, coming in at number 38, excuse me. Coming in at 37, another film for you J-horror fans out there. This is Marabito. This is by Shinya Tsukamoto, who did the Tetsuo film, Tetsuo the Iron Man, and a number of other films like Nightmare Detective. This is a very creepy, again, heavily Lovecraft-inspired horror film. This is one that non-J-horror fans might be able to get behind. So if you're not into J-horror, but you're willing to give it a shot, I definitely rent this. It's a pretty solid movie. Tsukamoto is a great director and a great actor. He's actually stars in this as well. And it's just a really creepy, atmospheric Japanese flick. There's a moment where he's watching a news broadcast that creeps me the hell out. So, definitely good stuff. That's Marabito at 37. Another J-horror flick. I promise it's not all J-horror. Coming in at number 36, Wild Zero from Synapse DVD. As it says right here on the back, it's Japan's rock and roll zombie horror classic. This came out quite a while ago. This was the very beginning of the decade, 2000. Wild Zero stars the band Guitar Wolf, if you ever heard of Guitar Wolf. They were a Japanese punk metal thrash band. And in this, they fight zombies with their super cool awesomeness. I don't know. This is just a quirky, bizarre flick. Has a lot of humor in it. Probably not everybody's cup of tea, but this movie makes me laugh. It just makes me grin. It's a good, fun time. So that's Wild Zero at 36. Coming in at 35, probably the most independent film on the list. This is The Call of Cthulhu. If you can't tell by now, I'm a bit of a Lovecraft mark. This is a 45-minute independent film done in the style of a silent. So it has title cards and has a stop-motion Cthulhu monster at the end, which is very well done. This is just a super moody, fun. Really surprised by what they got away with on their budget on this film. If you're a Lovecraft fan at all and you haven't seen this, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you don't know shit about Lovecraft and you're into quirky independent horror flicks or vintage horror flicks, definitely check this out. This is a lot of fun. Everybody should enjoy this, I think. That's Call of Cthulhu at 35. Coming in at 34, we switch over to Great Britain. This is The Cottage, one of the small glut of British comedic horror films. This one stars Andy Serkis of Lord of the Rings fame, and is basically a crime film that halfway through runs into a slasher movie, and is downright hilarious. It's good fun. This cover sucks ass, so don't go buy this cover if you can see it. Give this a shot. It's a lot of fun. If you like films like Severance or Shaun of the Dead, try The Cottage. It's a good time. Coming in at 33, a remake. One of the few remakes on the list. This is Willard. This is from Glenn Morgan. Stars Crispin Glover as the main title character. And he's really the thing that makes this film what it is and special. Because this is really much a role he was pretty much born to play. Arlie Army's in this, doing his usual shtick. Not as bad as usual, but so if you're an Arlie Army fan, that's good too. A lot of practical effects. There's a few bad CGI moments that don't hold up, but that's just the way it is with all horror films now these days, it seems. So this is a good moody piece. This DVD is superb. There's a documentary on here called Year of the Rat, which is one of the best documentaries on filmmaking I've ever seen. It's not just about this movie. I mean, they use this as an example, but they go through the processes of cutting a film, screening a film, getting a film rating, and it's brilliant. So this DVD is worth picking up just for that documentary. Even if you don't like this movie, you should buy this DVD. But the movie's good too, so that really helps. So that's Willard. Coming in at number 33. At 32, a film I just mentioned a few minutes ago, Severance, another British horror comedy, though a little light on the horror. The horrific killers in this movie are actually soldiers of fortune of some kind. I don't remember exactly where they come from, but this is basically a group of employees who go on a business buddy bonding vacation crap, and shenanigans ensue. A little funnier than The Cottage. Good stuff. Again, similar to The Cottage. Sit down, rent it, have a good time, have a few laughs. It's just good fun. That's Severance at 32. And then coming in at 31, the last feature-length film by Lucky McKee, The Woods. A film that is underrated and overlooked. Very much an homage to a number of films, Suspiria being one, Evil Dead being one. This is just a great little movie. Has a great cameo by Bruce Campbell, and good acting all around. If you've never seen this, you can get it pretty cheap, I'm sure. And Lucky McKee needs the support, honestly, because he is one of the more talented filmmakers in the horror genre, and he can't get any work. And it's a fucking shame. So pick up The Woods, watch The Woods, rent The Woods. If you have not seen it, if you like it, buy it. So that's The Woods at number 31.